Hi guys, this is Wenzes. Welcome to my channel. As you can tell, I have my suitcases packed. I'm leaving in 20 minutes to fly to Bulgaria for a month. I haven't been there for probably over 20 years because I've been always working and I could never take off so much time. And while I'm there, I'm always going to be in the mountains, maybe on the beach, but mainly in the mountains, so a lot in nature. And I will really use that time to work on myself and to kind of go within me, meditate more, and see how far my personal growth journey can take me, because this is my way of being a badass. I like being a badass. This is what I love to do. I don't feel like this person who is just, all calm and relaxed, and that's this for me, looking at it from the outside, it seems boring. This is what I associated pretty much, it's not that anymore, with looking at somebody like Eckhart Tolle or Benjamin Massaro or whatever. It was just this image of this is how somebody looks like, who's going to be enlightened and who wants to really live their life all in peace and harmony without having any emotions attached to it. But the more I get into it, the more I realize that's not the case, because I am way more calm than I used to be 5 or 6 years ago. Way more. I do care way less about what some people think of me than I used to. I was really caught in this bubble of I have to prove myself to certain people in order to feel good about myself. And so the more I actually concentrate to get out of that, the more I create a world on my own, the more I feel yeah, I am the badass that I want to be, because this is how I feel inside. I always tell you, I always feel like a warrior. Wonder Woman was always my favorite character, and yeah, now all of this is kind of coming true more and more. And what I want to do now, and especially use the next weeks and the month, because I'm gonna do my coaching sessions always. By the way, if you're interested, you can check everything out on Wenzes.com. There's also a link in the description and in the cards. So yeah, if you're interested in that, hit me up. But I'm still gonna do those things, but I want to concentrate more on doing things on this spiritual journey. And I do not like all the everything I correlate with the word spirituality, what I how I combine these things, or what is associated with this. Because as I said, spirituality meant for me always just something that is not in the real world. It's not going to help you to have this awesome life. And now it's just, spirituality is changing pretty much. Everything that we thought was so negative about it, any theatrical things that were attached to it, anything that made it woo and had nothing to do with real life, that's slowly going away, and it's becoming a lifestyle. How some people want to be all about fitness? Well, I want to be all about personal growth, and I want to be all about spirituality in that way. And it's nothing different. It's just getting in tune with all the energy around you, being one with just energy and source, and through that having the most the best, most pleasant experience ever. See, because this is what's happening. How long it's been since I quit my job. Maybe it was in the middle of March. By the middle of February, I had my surgery. By the middle of March, I had, told myself I'm gonna quit. Now I'm officially all is over. And so I've had time to really concentrate on these things so much more than before, because I was just swamped with work. And now all I do is this. And I'm just blessed every day. I'm happy every day. I feel there is no fear. I don't know where the money's coming from or where my future is headed, but everything that's coming to me, it's never it's not there. I always have enough. It's just coming somewhere where I didn't expect it. And life is just getting more in tune with who I am, or I'm pretty much getting more in tune with the real world. And it's becoming more and more clear that I've gone through all of that thinking, yeah, my life is real now, and realizing more and more, no, actually you were looking at it with these filtered glasses, which were there because of some blocks you had, some prejudice you had, some fears you had attached to you. And the more I let go of that, the more I could just become in tune with everything. And I become more aware of people being miserable around me for no apparent reason. You know, I'm not talking about somebody being like sick or anything like that. I'm just meaning like, you know, we're all privileged so much. All of us that are watching this, by you being able to watch this, you're already in a privileged position. You know, all is good in a way, and we're alive, in this, like, this date and space and time. And so there's just so much to be grateful for, and all of those little things that we say, you know, yeah, but I didn't get that job. Well, who cares about a job when this is just like one little tiny bit of your life and of creation and of everything? It's just so irrelevant in the big scheme of things. And the more you kind of like, you know, concentrate on this, the more it becomes aware, and the more it becomes aware, actually you do achieve more. So if you look at me, I'm so much more successful now than I was 5 years ago. And I'm also so much more successful now than 5 years ago from the perspective of other people. Like people who see me, who known me 5 years ago, they can tell that I'm on such a great path, that I'm like really doing like all of those things that a successful person is doing. And I'm talking about people who are not looking into personal growth, who are not looking into anything in that direction. So from the outside and on paper, I'm actually more successful than I've ever been. And I only got there because I said, well, okay, me having those things is not going to mean that I have accomplished my life or that I'm something great. I decided to kind of like step back and realize, how can I be most of service? How can I be most in tune with my preferences, my joy, to connect on like this most authentic level as possible? So not so much having, you know, like ego connections. I have a video, I think it's already out, because, you know, I think in the last video I told you, yeah, I'm gonna see you next time in Bulgaria, but then I decided I needed to talk to you one more time. And yeah, so anyways, all of those things I'm going to be talking about in the next weeks that I'm doing in order to, you know, like further this journey, not to succeed anywhere or in anything, but just because this is where I'm drawn to. It's like I have no choice. If I want to do, like, if I want to indulge and like watch a movie, or, you know, like have a glass of wine or laugh or whatever, like all of these things are still there. I'm still having just as much fun. Actually, I'm having much more fun and indulging much more than I used to. But at the same time, when I'm in this mode, I'm in this mode, and I want to dive deep in, or pretty much it's like going up, and it's amazing. And so what I have realized is, just by us, you know, connecting through this, it has an effect on people. Like when I'm caring about like me getting into a better space and getting more in tune with source and with just energy and all of that, automatically every time I talk, like all of this energy is transferred. You know, like when you talk, we say like over 98% are, you know, transmitted in that sorry, that have nothing to do with what you're saying or how you say it, but just like the way you express yourself through your energy. So all of that is coming true, and not true, it's coming true as well, but it's coming through. And yeah, so this is what I wanna try to do in order to like maybe overcome my fear of it, because I'm scared that if I start talking about, okay, this is where I am, this is how I see life, this is how I see creation, and I don't have these, okay, this is how you fix that, this is how you overcome anxiety. You know, when I don't talk about like very practical how-to things, my fear is that you can't relate to that. It won't help you anything, because it's so much more about like my experience. But I'm going to overrule this fear, because I know it's not rational. I'm convinced that everything we do, we have to try out. And this is like, you know, in order to see like what the truth is in that, because it's, you know, you do something and then like 60% of that is the truth that you thought. Like your intuition is not going to be completely right. So some of that part, once you really apply it, it's going to come out as, okay, that works, that doesn't work. And so I'm going like to do this and talk about these things and be more present and just, you know, start talking and then talk about my experiences to see how it affects you. Maybe some of you will just see, okay, this is not for me. For others, it will be life-changing. I don't know, but this is what I'm doing because this is where my mind is taking me, where I feel I have to go. And especially now, since I'm a month in nature, I will appreciate, like, I will be really close to that, and I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, so we'll see that. And yeah, I'm curious. So I think I'm gonna do one more video, so maybe even the next video after you watch this is going to be from here with my suitcases back then, because I still have like 10-15 more minutes and I want to use them. I want to talk about, like, you know, not growing linearly, as in like not just, you know, when I talk about linearly, I don't mean just like, okay, one step today, one step tomorrow. What I mean is just that we say, okay, I'm gonna grow in a month, instead of saying I have to grow now up. You know, I had like a little, I think I had a story on that. I'm gonna do a little video on it for IGTV and Facebook, and yeah, and also, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a video here if I have time today. We'll see, but I'm definitely gonna have that after this one. I hope that new direction helps you as well, that you feel, okay, when I watch this, when I connect with you through this, this actually opens up a new sphere in you as well. So I'm daring to be different because this is where my mind is taking me. So let's see how you respond to that. I wish you a great day, like always, no matter where you are on the world, on the world. If you like the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe, hit the bell, like all of that, you know how it goes. And if you're interested in coachings, let me know. I'm about to take off, friends. See you on the other side. Bye.